it's Paul, G1WHP, with an update on the antenna project. This is going to be part 5. Today I'm playing with the rotator just to make sure everything is in order with the rotator, and I'll go through that with you, and so you can see what I'm going to be using. Okay, so what have we got? We've got the rotator and a couple of controllers and a roll of cable, and also the bottom mounting bracket which will go on top of the pole mast. The rotator is going to be controlled, I've decided, by the more modern CDE controller, which you can see just there. I can zoom in on that for you, and that's got a north facing point on the center scale, and also that came with the rotator when I purchased it, a CDR very old Bakelite retro controller. It does work, and it's very accurate as well. That's got a south facing centre. Basically works on the same principle. It just depends how you initially put the rotator on the mast, whether you're going to face it north or south. It's no particular benefit in having a south facing scale. I do believe that with this one as well, that the scale is rotatable. I haven't taken the lid off it. There may be another scale on the opposite side of the faceplate, according to what I've read on the internet. So if I wanted to have that south centered, there's a possibility I could flip the scale, but I'm not going to bother. Not going to bother with that. The rotator itself is an 8-wire connection, but I'm going to tell you how you can wire this just using 5 cables and not 8, because that's all I've got. It's a communication cable consisting of 5 twisted pairs of cable. Blue and white, green and white, orange and white, and black, or is it brown, and also the white associated with that. And it's well shielded, got a nice shield on the cable, and considering that it's not going to be having a great deal of current going up it, the twisted pairs together will make adequate supply for the rotator. And I'm going to keep the length of the cable as short as possible, so once it's in the shack I shall just cut it to length prior to wiring it on the back. But basically what you do to use 5 cables is you on the back of the controller you short out the limit for the left limit and the right limit. So you're going to short out pins 6 and 4 and 5 and 8 respectively, with a little link of cable, and that does away with the limit control. Obviously you've got to make sure you don't force the rotator into the end stops if you can help it, but it should stand it anyway, but that's how you get away with it. The brake control on this particular rotator, there is no brake. What it consists of is, when power is supplied to the motor, 2 plates, a bit like a clutch plate, move apart, and that is the braking system. So you don't need pin 2 on the controller for the brake, but when you're using the controller you still have to press the brake release button, because that then puts power to the other switches for the motors. So even though you're pressing the brake button, it is actually doing absolutely nothing in terms of sending anything to the rotator. So that's what we've got, and that's what I intend to use on the mast. So from G1WHP, I'll keep you updated with how things progress. 7 3s for now.